Hey, what's up, family? Got one for y'all today. One that you could definitely relate to. And I'm sure and I hope that you're more wiser that you dodge these type of pitfalls. So watch this. Therefore, I'm going to title this video here, How People Are. Get Over Mentality. You know what I'm talking about. You know how a lot of people in this world, we find out how cold of a world it is, figuratively speaking, cruel, when you got to interact with so many people that they always got this get over mentality. And I don't care who these people are, your family, so-called friends, neighbors, co-workers. A lot of people got this get over mentality, hoping they could play you as a fool, hoping they could promise you something to get something from you, only to play you out or make excuses later. That's why I said get over mentality. I ain't saying nothing that you haven't heard. You've heard this terminology before. I'm just going to give you a spin on it / give you a story. What is your story of someone with this get over mentality? Drop it in the comments. But in the meanwhile, watch this. Although there's many, I'm going to give you one. This was many years ago. Watch how this get over mentality of this cat that I knew, right? Asked to borrow some money off me, right? So the substantial amount of money he asked to borrow, I said, because he was trying to do whatever he was trying to do. He needed to borrow a substantial amount of money. I said, all right. I said, I can lend you that money. He said, yeah, all right, bet, man. Yo, man, I promise you, man, I'm gonna have that money back for you, like at the end of the month, man. I'm definitely having it for you, because I'm working on this and I'm doing this, and you know what I'm saying? Because I can't really get these things done until I get this money to get that done. You know what I'm saying? I really need it, man. I really need it. He gave me all this long sob story, right? So I said, yeah, man, look, you ain't even got to explain. Now, this guy is someone that was close to me at the time. So I'm willing to help. If I can help uplift someone else, I'm all for it. Just don't try to play me. And definitely don't try to have that get over mentality like I'm a daggone fool, because I'm nobody's fool. But me trying to help another person out, I love doing that. But don't think you're going to play me. All right, so let's get to the point. So now the guy said, yeah, yo, if you could give me this money here, help me out with this, it'll be able to help me do this. That way I can get myself together, this and that. I said, no problem. I said, man, you ain't even got to explain all this other stuff. I said, I'll lend you the money so you can get this done. No problem. He said, man, I appreciate it, man. Then y'all know how I go. Then they start dogging the rest of the family, the rest of the friends, or anyone that you know that they know. Man, because ain't nobody else going to help me. Man, nobody else trying to help me. I mean, you the only one, man. That's what I'm saying, man. You the only one. Yeah. Don't stop trying to blow smoke up my butt. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so then I told the guy, I said, I can lend you that money. That won't be a problem. I could bring it by this week. I said, but, remember, anytime someone says the word but, it's about to be the opposite. It could be, give you a prime example. I've said this many times before. It's a beautiful day outside today, but it's going to rain later today. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, but I'm going to lend the guy the money. I meant it. When I said but to him, it comes with something, but it ain't something that he can't do. So I said, listen, I can lend you that money. I said, but I know you said you're going to be able to pay me back at the end of the month. Now, I already knew this guy has a get over mentality. I already know he ain't going to pay me back. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, you're going to lend somebody money. Let it be the amount that you could just count as a loss if that person, let them sell themselves cheap. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't pay it back, hey, you just broke a bond that we kind of had. You know what I'm saying? But they do pay it back. It builds that bond. That could be the word of the day. You know how people used to say word is bond, this and that. A bond, something that grips things together. To have a connection with someone, a promise. When you tell someone you're going to do something, integrity. Your word is bond. It is integrity. All right. So anyway, back to the story. So I already knew the guy was going to pay me back. I know this is the type of cat this cat is. So I said, listen, I could give you that money. That won't be a problem. But here's the catch. I said, yo, I got this. I said, whatever random book I had at the time. And I know he into all this street life, whatever. I had a bunch of those type of books. I said, hey, I got some up here. I'm sure I got one up here, at least one type of, right here, Bishop. Let's say it was a book like this here. This is a great book, by the way. This is awesome. I had a part 2 to it as well. But anyway, I said, yo, here's the catch. I said, yo, I'm going to bring you that money tomorrow. I said, but I know you say you're going to pay me by the end of the month. I said, but I tell you what, you ain't even got to pay it back at the end of the month. I said, know what you could do? Just do me one small favor, man. and I knew the dude just got out of jail not too long ago. I said, just read this book. I went like that. I said, just read this book. If you could read this book, man, read this book for me and you, man. That way me and you going to have a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? He was like, what? All we got to do is read the book? Oh, man, that ain't going to be nothing, man. I'm going to read that book in like 2-3 days, man. You got it, man. So, yo, you going to have the money for me tomorrow, right? I said, yeah, man, that ain't no problem. I'll bring it by tomorrow with the book. But now that I think about it, I said, I'm going to give you the book first. You got to read the book first. At the end of the week, you said you could have it done in 1 or 2 days, right? I said, okay. I said, so I'm going to give you to the end of the week instead of 1 or 2 days. At the end of the week, after you finish reading the book, I'm bringing you the money. No problem. Like I said, you ain't even got to pay me the money back as long as you read the book. He said, I bet, man. So, yo, won't you bring the by later today, man? I'll start it right away. I said, no. I'm going to bring it by tomorrow. And you say you can read it 1 or 2 days. So by the end of the week, I'm going to get you to the end of the week. I said, and that's how you can pay me back. That way, man, we're going to have a lot to talk about when you read this book. You're going to like it because you're into this type of stuff anyway. This book, an awesome book. I wouldn't recommend no garbage book. He said, all right, man. Yo, I'm going to read that. No problem, man. No problem. Read that, man. This is a true story. I'm not making none of this up. Yo, I'm going to read that. So I said, hey, but listen. But you got to really read the book, man. Don't BS me around. Remember, get over mentality. He said, nah, man. I promise you, man, I'm going to read that, man. It ain't going to be nothing, man. You know, all that reading I used to do in the prison, the pen, this and that. I said, all right, well, listen. Here's the catch, man. Like I said, you got to read the book. I said, but look, let me tell you something. I put the book in his hand. I said, see, you could take that book right now. You could turn to, I said, here's the catch. You could turn to any page in that book right now. I read that book a while ago. You could turn to any page in that book and ask me a question, and I answered for you on the spot right now. I said, you could turn to any page in that book and read a small chapter. Give me 2 to 5 minutes and I'll find any chapter in here. I said, I know that book backwards and forwards, man. I said, so my point was saying that if you didn't read the book, I'm going to know that you didn't read the book. It's like the homework assignment they gave you in school. I said, so don't think you're going to just skim through the book or just read the back of the book. I need you to really read the book, man. Stop playing. You know what the Joker told me? Oh, man, yo, you gonna put me through all that, man? You gonna be testing me and stuff? Yo, man, just never mind, man. I don't even want the money from you, man. I don't even want it, man. You're gonna be putting me through all that. I said, what? I said, yo, dude, you asking me to give you my hard work money, and I'm giving it to you free. All you gotta do is educate yourself, read a book. I'm not asking you to build me a deck on my backyard. I'm not asking you to build a space rocket ship. I'm asking you to do what you claim you used to do when using a pen when you had no time. You had nothing but time. I'm sorry. You had nothing but time. Now you got free time. Because see, this is how a lot of jail cats do. You read all them books when you're in prison because you ain't got no choice. You got nothing but time in your hand. But the moment you get them freedom, now you can do it at your own free will. They won't make no time. But they have time to watch the game. They have time to go hang out with the fellas. They have time to go out in the street. They have time to BS. I'm asking you to educate yourself and do it at a level where now me and you gonna conversate. This gonna build an extra bond between us. You giving me your bond that you're gonna pay it back within a month when I know you a shaky, get over mentality type of person. So I'm giving you an actual out. But the out that I'm giving you is actually a great positive to uplift you to, I don't care what it is you're reading. As long as you're reading something, it's educating yourself. It's elevating your mind. And that's what I was trying to do with this young man. Yo, just elevate your mind, man. You ain't got nobody forcing it on you. You asking me for money. I'm offering it, but at a price where all you got to do is read a book. This joker told me, nah. Now you tell me, for any of y'all out there, tell me, is that the most, if someone told me all I got to do is read a book and you willing to give me X amount, man, I'll be a book reading champ. But you see how people is? They will tell you anything just to make it sound good. But all along, they have a get over mentality. They have no intentions of paying you back. They have no intentions of doing right by you. They have no intentions of even doing right by themselves. Because reading that book would have been doing right by himself. He'd been elevating his education, elevating his vocabulary and getting the money all in one was too much for him. He'd rather me give him the money and then give me a whole bunch of excuses why he can't pay it back. Does that not sound like those type of people? Get over mentality. Don't ever let nobody play you. If you're going to lend money out, make it to a point where it's an amount that if they don't pay it back, hey, it's just a loss. They sold themselves cheap. That's what you got to do to people. They ask to borrow $100, you say, listen, I ain't got $100, but here's $30. This for you, man. You can keep that. Nah, man, but I need $100. No, listen, I ain't got $100 to give you. I got $30. This for you. Now, if you pay it back, that's cool. We got a bond to build on. But if you don't pay it back, don't worry about it. See, now if they don't pay it back, then they want to throw in your face, but you said I ain't had to pay it back. Hey, man, you sold yourself cheap. You sold yourself for $30. I ain't messing with you no more. I don't care what type of jam you get in later in life. Don't call me. No, you should call? Call Ghostbusters. Who you going to call? Ghostbusters. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Peace.